Oh, hey. Welcome to the most comfortable podcast on the planet. Oh, God. This is going to be so bad. All right. Whatever. We're going to roll with it. Who cares? My cat is bugging. Doja, come here. You don't want to be in the podcast? All right. You're missing out on free clout to all my probably 30 viewers. Hold up. I have this whole spiel written down. All right. Welcome to the Up to You podcast. I don't have an intro to roll. Sick voice crack, but this is gonna be the acapella version of the intro for now. Ooh yeah, it's up to you with Bratish. Damn. The crazy thing about that intro is that it's not even the worst podcast intro I've ever heard or seen. I'm an avid podcast watcher and listener, but I gotta say, man, there's some trash podcast intros out there. A lot of them are just not good. I've seen a lot of podcasts and I love a lot of them. And to those podcasters, hats off to you, kudos to you. I'm trying to get like you. Minus the intro part. Excuse me. I've never heard a podcast intro and was like, damn, yo, low key that was pretty hard. More like hard to watch, right? Okay. Anyways, welcome to the Up to You podcast. I'm your host, Satish Bisa, aka Bratish. And the fun of this podcast is that every topic is up to you. That's why the show is called Up to You. Do you guys get it? This would be a good time for an editor to insert that Leo meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I can't afford an editor at this current juncture, so I guess I'm going to try to figure out.
Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Did it work? Okay, cool. So on my Instagram stories for the past couple weeks, I've been having a lot of fun asking you guys, what's on your mind today? You guys give so many responses, and they're always so juicy, and the responses I want to give to them could go on and on and on. So I figured, why stay on Instagram? Why don't I venture into what's the word? Uncharted territory where no influencer and content creators ever gone before and start a podcast? Because Doja, get out of the bag. She's messing with my lighting stuff, bro. Hey. Yo, she's literally fully in the where was I? Oh yeah. I was talking about how no influencer and content creators ever started a podcast before, and this is like $1 million idea for me to start my own. No, but seriously, you guys, thanks for tuning in, taking the time to watch me. I want to apologize in advance for wasting your time that you could have spent on therapy, something useful and constructive. But it's already been 4.5 minutes. Damn, I'm trash at this. Let's just jump into some responses. My boyfriend and I recently started a long distance, and he's away, and I miss him a bit more today. I feel that. Because for those of you that don't know, the first year and a half to 2 years, closer to 2 years of my relationship with Carly was long distance. We started dating during the pandemic in 2020, May 2020 to be specific. So, excuse me, we were doing long distance because she was still in college at San Diego State, and I was in Boston working, doing my thing. And we met in undergrad like a month before I graduated in 2019. And we like hit it off immediately at this party I met her at. I was all like, yo, what's up? And she was all like, oh my God. That's literally what happened. I can't even make this up, guys. That's literally what happened. And I graduated and thought nothing of it. Like it was kind of like, this isn't gonna go anywhere, so why even bother? But then we ran into each other 6 months later after I graduated in December because I went back to San Diego to visit some friends, and we kind of hit it off again. And fast forward to March, I get my wisdom teeth taken out, and I'm at my parents' house, and I'm just like lounging, doing my thing, and then I check my phone, and like we're just like in lockdown. This is like right when like the COVID-19 pandemic really hit the U.S. and it was really serious, and we began lockdown. So while I was at my parents' house, like in isolation, we just kept talking more and more. We were FaceTiming a lot more, and in my mind, I was like, "Yo, I think she's the one." Like right off the bat, bro. In March 2020. So, and we're just FaceTiming and talking for like 2 months, bro. Like it was like every day, nonstop. Because what else were we gonna do? We were both trapped in the great indoors. And then one day in May, I was like, "This is gonna sound really stupid and out there, and probably a bad idea, but I want you to be my girlfriend. I want to start a relationship with you because I think we could do the distance, literally and figuratively. I was like, we could do the distance, and like, I think you're like the one essentially, but we can also do the distance of Boston to San Diego. I would rather go through that with you than not." Yeah, that sounded way more romantic in my head before I said it than when I said it. Oh God, this whole podcast thing, I should quit. Quit while I'm ahead. I'm not even ahead, bro. It's the first episode. What was the point I was trying to make? Okay, the point is that long distance is hard. I know, because it wasn't until January 2020 when I moved back to California for grad school that we figured it. We started to see each other a lot more regularly. And that year and a half of long distance was hard. Like we only saw each other for 3-4 days at a time every 2-3 months. I'll never forget like how sad it always was driving to the airport like on the last day before I was leaving or she was leaving, and it's just like that was the most like soul crushing thing every time. Long distance is tough, man. I don't wish it upon anyone, but I do wish everyone finds their one true love, and for me, it was worth it. Like it's one of those things where it's like when you know, and you hear that all the time. This isn't some corny Matthew McConaughey rom com, but like, all right, but yeah, man, it's hard. It never gets easier. I'm not trying to discourage you, but it doesn't get easier, but it becomes more and more worth it. And the longer you do it, you just have to remember that you're just that much closer to the long distance being over. So if you see a future with this person and you see you guys going the distance, you can do the distance. There's nothing you can't get through once you can get past that. And trust me now, like 2 years later, we look back and laugh at it like, damn, like how did we do that? And it's we're very proud of it. It really built a very strong foundation for our relationship. And in hindsight, I'm glad we did it. Although going through it, terrible. It's not fun. But some tips I have to help get through it is check in with each other a lot. You don't have to like text and call each other all day. I mean, like, excuse me. We rarely like texted or called throughout the day, but it was always at like the very end of the day. We still figured out quality time together. It's something long distance or short distance. Like when you're easily able to see someone, that quality time is still so important. So you have to make time for each other, and we would FaceTime every night for like an hour and just not only catch up on our days, but like just treat it like a date, like hang out, talk about the future, what's going on in life, the typical dating stuff. Like we made that a priority, and it was hard with the time difference too, man. Like I was working 9 to 5 full time, and I was up till like 1 or 2 every night, but she was worth it. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that any part of it was easy, but it's 100% worth it. So long story short, you and your boyfriend, you will get through it. And I understand that some days you're going to miss him more than others. And those are your opportunities to do something nice. Like maybe like a DoorDash him some ice cream, or send them some flowers. I would love flowers. I know that's not really something that all guys would really appreciate. Send them a nice text and just like vocalize that, because chances are he's feeling the exact same way about you. More than likely. All right, next question. What's on your mind today? The time I woke up from anesthesia and tried to fight the nurses. Did you win? Oh, I like this one. I almost told the girl I like that I like her. What do you mean almost? I feel like if you like someone, you should just tell them. Right? Like, the worst thing they're going to do is say no. Think about it this way. I threw a Hail Mary with Carly. I said, yo, we're 3,000 miles apart. We've been talking. I like you. We're in the middle of a pandemic that might last forever at that point. Like, the future was so uncertain. But I just, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. So, like, you'll never know until you know. But it depends. Like, if this girl is also, like, someone who, that voice crack was crazy, someone that you are already close with and is, like, a friend, that's a little bit tough, because the friend zone is, I feel like it has such a bad rap, but, like, it's not a bad thing. Like, if you're in the friend zone with a girl, you still have a good friend. I'm assuming. Like, you want, trust me, as someone in their mid to late 20s, you shouldn't take your friendships for granted. You should hold on to them and foster them and take care of them. Because just, like, over time, like, you won't necessarily lose friends, but, like, you know, people go off and do their own things and start families, their own relationships. So you wanna hold on to that while you can, because if you hold on to it now, you'll still be very close as time goes on. Like, the people that I'm the closest with today are not, like, new friends per se. They're people that I've known for quite a long time, but, like, I cherish those relationships. If it's someone that you're probably gonna be in your life for a while and you want to be in your life for a while, after already being in your life for a while, I maybe wouldn't risk it. But I mean, the worst thing she's gonna do is say no, and if she says no, then move on. Like, it's all good. I think that, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's easy to take rejection. Rejection sucks. No matter what. No matter if it's someone you like, a job you're going for, a school you're applying to, getting rejected in any kind of capacity, trash. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend it. But it's something that you have to go through in your life. Like, you're gonna get rejected. People are gonna be like, say no to you. People are gonna not really like you, and that's fine, man. Like, it is what it is. And let's say you do tell her you. Let's say you told her you like her, and she says no. But you might be a little bit sad about it for a little while. But once you meet someone better, who will be a better fit for you, and you want to tell them you like them, it might be easier, because you're going to realize that first time you told someone you like them, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Getting rejected is not that bad. It might feel bad in the moment, or you might be nervous going up to it, leading up to it. But, like, if it goes well, great. If it goes badly, I say that with a grain of salt, then you'll still be fine, bro. So tell her you like her. If you want her, go get her. But if you're, like, in the friend zone, might not be worth risking it. So just some food for thought to consider. Next question. Ooh, my ex wants me back, but I'm talking to another guy, even though my ex and I broke up 2 weeks ago. Okay. There's so much going on with this one. So much. Even if you don't get back together with your ex, I feel like it's a little soon to be talking to another guy after 2 weeks. To just wait 2 weeks and already be talking to another guy is a red flag, not necessarily for you, but for that relationship. Like if it only took you 2 weeks to move on to someone else, you probably didn't really like your ex that much. I feel like you should take more time. You need some time to recover from that. That's a lot. And you might want to, it might be smart to do you for a little bit, for lack of better words, like focus on school, your career, um, your health, your wellness, your friendships, your relationships with your family. Like, do some stuff a little bit that will make you feel really good about yourself. Then maybe start talking to other people, because I just feel like 2 weeks is too soon. Like 2 weeks, that's like no time. Next question. One of my friends keeps going back to their ex and trying to get back together with them. It's not fun. Okay, well, if you're their friend, you should be telling them like, yo, I don't think this is a good idea. Like, if you're someone's friend, you're looking out for their best interest. And if you're looking out for their best interest, you can't keep letting your friend do this to themselves. The way this sounds to me with your friend continuing to try to go back to their ex and get back with them, that just shows like a lot of desperation and maybe some toxicity, and that's not healthy, and you don't want that for your friend, because you are their friend and you care about them. I'm not saying you should control your friends' relationships. I'm not saying you should tell your friend who they should love and who they shouldn't love and who they want to be with. But as their friend, you're looking out for them. So look out for them. Because the way this is coming across to me is that your friend is kind of embarrassing themselves, and should have some self-respect. They're not interested. So your friend needs to understand that, like, dude, this isn't going anywhere. Like, they don't want you. That's fine. But you know who does want you? Your friends and your family. Like, spend some time with the people that actually love you and care about you in this current moment, and build yourself up around them, and then put yourself out there again and find someone else. Like, it's not rocket science, bro. A lot of people are too young for this shit too. Like, truly, you tell your friend, man, and get your other friends. My recommendation is you as your My recommendation is you as a friend get some other friends and get your friend who's doing this to go have some fun. You guys all together go have some fun. Forget about the ex and just have some fun. Does that make sense? I'm so bad at this podcast thing, man, but I feel like I'm making good sense. That didn't make sense. All right, next question. You get what I'm saying, I hope. How could I show more support for you? Venmo me $1 million, please. How many grasshoppers could one person take in a fight? Probably 10. No, but seriously, can't grasshoppers, they can jump like, I saw that grasshoppers can jump like 1 to 2 feet on average. They have like ears in their abdomen or something like that. So like, you are not landing a single punch on a grasshopper. That's all I'm saying. If you want to fight, if you think you can fight 1,000 grasshoppers, more power to you. But I promise you, you are not getting a single hit off. You're not landing a single punch. That's it. Ate my sister's chips and blamed it on the other sister so they can argue. That is so toxic, but I'm here for it. I love it. Valentine's Day dance. I have someone in mind, but I don't know if they would go with me. Just ask them. Just ask. Like, I don't know if they'll go with me. So ask. If they say no, they say no. If they say yes, they say yes. You'll know. That's how you find out. Oh my God, people. This is not rocket science. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be harsh, but like, seriously. Ask them. You should ask one of their friends to ask the person you're interested in, hypothetically, what would you say if this person asked you to the dance? And then they'll know. And you have that person report back to you. I think that's the best possible strategy. I know people did that in high school all the time for like prom and junior prom. So like, that's how you find out, bro. I went to high school once too. So that's what I would do. Bro leaves me unopened and delivered for hours, yet texts me first every single day. What? So he's just getting his good morning text in and then dipping? That's a little weird. Ugh. My nose is so itchy. Oh. Sorry, I just had to see that and hear that. What's on your mind? How the amount of effort I give into a relationship is never reciprocated. Well, then that means you just haven't found the right person for you. That is as simple as that. Like, you want to be in a relationship with someone who gives as much as you get. Or, is that the right wording? You want to be in a relationship with someone who gives as much as they get. That's what I meant. Because a relationship is a two-way street, is it not? Is it not? Is it not? So, like, you want it to go both ways. Like, just it's not gonna happen like that forever, bro. It's not. And honestly, maybe you come off a little bit too strong. That's also a possibility. That happens to people. I feel like I've done that in the past too. Like, you're into someone and you make it so abundantly clear, but that could be a turnoff for some people, and that's fine. Maybe that's just not their cup of tea. And then maybe they like coffee, but you like tea. I'm going on a stupid tangent again, but it'll be okay. I promise. Someone asked one of my friends to be friends with benefits, and they know my friend is married. Whoa. Okay. Who the heck does this guy think he is? Matthew McConaughey? That is the only person I know who could finesse a marriage like that. Wait, so your friend... Okay, someone asked your friend to be friends with benefits, and they know their friend is married. Dude, that person sucks. Why would you want to be a homewrecker? That's like really messed up. I can't vibe with that. That's a little crazy. Yeah, don't be homewreckers, guys. It's not cool. It is not cool at all. Maybe tell that person to buzz off and find someone who's not married to be friends with benefits. Like you, assuming you're not married. Hey! Doja, come here. Stop. Stop it. Come here. She keeps messing with my audio interface. Do you want to be on the pod? Don't rub your face on the audio interface. Maybe that's why it's called audio interface, because you're meant to rub your face on it. But I haven't done that before, so why would it make sense for her to do that? You're not going to make that jump. Yo, she's about to jump from the couch to her tree, and it's like a 5-foot difference. You're not a grasshopper. Only grasshoppers can make that jump. Come here. Come here. Little Miss Camera Shy. I sent a risky text to a girl, and she didn't acknowledge it. She just moved on to another topic. Brother, I hate to break this to you, but she does not like you. And you got to let it go. I get it. You sent a text like, I like you, probably threw your phone to the side like this, and you're like, I can't look for at least an hour. And then when you look, she was like, oh my God, they just keep showing Taylor Swift in this game. It happens, bro. That just means she just doesn't like you. Like that. I mean, she likes you enough to talk about Taylor Swift and the Chiefs, but she just doesn't like you enough to want to have a relationship. That's cool. Life goes on. Who knows? Maybe someday, if you're lucky, you'll find someone who wants to talk to you about Taylor Swift and the Chiefs and have a relationship with you. And you guys can, like, I don't know, go for long walks on the beach and have that same conversation. Or you can talk about that on your honeymoon. It's up to you, really. But you got to move on, bro. That's all I'm saying. All right. Episode of Up to You. In the bag. What a time. I wish I could say that was fun. It was for you guys. That was probably excruciating, and I apologize. But you know what? These things get better with practice. Because you know what they say. Practice makes perfect. So, hopefully I'll get a SeatGeek brand deal soon. you guys will know I made it once I start talking about HelloFresh and BetterHelp on here. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really love you and appreciate you for doing that. Share this with a friend. Tell them that your favorite person in the world started a podcast and you want to share the experience with them. Follow me on Instagram at bratish_, and stay tuned to my story for the What's on Your Mind Today prompts to be featured on the podcast. So cool. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Toodaloo.